All right, let's make sure the sound is on this time. Welcome, welcome, one and all. This is your host, ID Jester. All my baseball fans out there watching this live and in person or on YouTube later, thank you so much. We're at Progressive Field. We are at October 26th, 2016 for game number 2. We're at Progressive Field. 38,172 fans have packed the stadium tonight to watch the Cleveland Indians take on the Chicago Cubs in game number 2 of this 2016 World Series. Starting pitchers for today are going to be Jake Arrieta for the Cubs and Trevor Bauer for Cleveland. The lineups go as follows. Dexter Fowler in center field for the Cubs. Chris Bryant at third base. Anthony Rizzo at first. Ben Zobrist in left field. Kyle Schwarber, the DH. Javier Baez at second base. Wilson Contreras at catching. Jorge Soler in right field and Addison Russell in short. Notice there are a couple changes from game 1. Contreras is coming in to catch, and Soler is taking over in right field today. For the Cleveland Indians, Carlos Santana, the DH, batting first. Kipnis at second base. Francisco Lindor at short. Mike Napoli at first. Jose Ramirez at third. Lonnie Chasenhall, right fielder. Coco Crisp in left. Tyler Nyquin in center field, and Roberto Perez catching today. And again, notice a couple changes there. Nyquin is in center field today. Coco Crisp is in left field. And yeah, I think these were the only two major changes there. So again, Progressive Field, we're going to be using the actual historic weather, which happens to be 43 degrees, a little nippy tonight. Wind 11 miles an hour from right to left field. So we're just going to play this. Oops, what happened here? There we go, Progressive Field. We're going to play this as I don't know if that would be considered a crosswind or not. A crosswind makes it very short and right. The wind is blowing from right to left. So it would be harder to go to right field, but easier to go to left field. I don't see that option here. So we're just going to play it as no wind. 11 miles an hour isn't hugely strong anyways. What we're going to do is we're going to play it as no wind, but we're going to give everything in right field a +1. This is my home rule, I guess, as you want to call it. So right center is going to be 13, right field is going to be 10, and right field down the line is going to be a 7. So anything in right field is going to be a +1. Center field and left field are going to be just normal. So just keep that in mind. Because of the wind direction, Anton Dent, hey, what do you say, my friend? Game number 2, World Series 2016. This time I actually have the sound on. Good thing you reminded me yesterday. I appreciate that. We're about ready to get things rolling here. Jake Arrieta pitching for the Cubs and Trevor Bauer pitching for Cleveland. Due up, Dexter Fowler. He was 1 for 4 with the home run in game number 1. The Cleveland Indians lead this series 1-0. Let's see if they can take a 2-game lead here, or will the Cubs come back and win this? To tie up the series, we need actually, where are my charts? I had my charts up and now they disappeared. How strange. That's not them. Let me pull them up. What happened there? Weird. Okay. Take me just a second here to bring up the charts. Here they are. All right, let's drag these over here to the other screen. Okay, away we get to go here shortly. I'm gonna, nope, I'm gonna go the other way. There we go. All right. Now I should be set. Al Red Sox fan is here. Al Red Sox fan did a great job of just playing a awesome football simulation, Stratomatic football actually. I don't ever recall seeing Stratomatic football. I probably have seen somebody play it here or there, but he did a good job. It looked pretty interesting, although Al says it's not as good as Action PC football, so I will have to take that into consideration, especially as expensive as Stratomatic is. But it was a great game. I won't spoil what happened, but you should definitely check it out. Although Al Red Sox needs some improving on his play calling, that's for sure, especially when he goes up against New England. Oh my God, he's like giving New England every chance in the book to win that game. Shenanigans, 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 Al Red Sox fan. That's what I'm calling. Alan Shaw, what's going on, my friend? Here we go, game number 2. Jake Arrieta, Trevor Bauer. I went through the lineups. We were playing historic weather conditions. Since you guys are just joining me, I will go over that one last time. It was 43 degrees. Wind was 11 miles an hour from right to left field. So what I'm doing for that is progressive field. We're going to use the no wind chart, except for right center field, right field, and right field down the line are going to get a +1. So right center is going to be a 13, right field is going to be a 10, and right field down the line is going to be a 7. The center field and left field numbers will be the same. So because it's coming in from right, it's going to be a little bit harder to get out of that in the right field. So there we go, a little house rule there. So Alan Shaw, Anton Dent, Al Red Sox fan. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. Here we go. Game number 2 is on the way. Dexter Fowler, 1 for 4 in game 1 with the home run. The only run the Cubs have to show. Trevor Bauer done with his pitching. The Tribe fans are here in numbers. The drums are rolling, and Trevor Bauer pitches Dexter Fowler. Here we go. Game number 2 is on the way. That's a 497 against a righty 497. It's going to be a pop-up to second base. So Dexter Fowler, after his home run, hasn't done much. Pop-up to second base. And first out of the inning. Chris Bryant is 1 for 2 so far. 1 for 2 Chris Bryant. Trevor Bauer, righty-righty matchup here. And he steps in the box. 064 against a righty. 064 is going to be an error check. Error check. So we're going to roll and see who the error is possibly on, and then the number. So it's on number 1, so that is going to be the pitcher spot, 56. Pitcher, damn it. Pitcher error rating for, just to show you guys here, our stats, if you guys want to keep in mind. Oh, this should not say John Lester. Shoot. I forgot to change his name. I did change his stats, but I forgot to change his name. Error range is a 9 for Trevor Bauer. So a 9 on the pitcher. And we rolled a 56. So pitcher 56 is going to be a pitcher rating 56. 6 to 99 is an HG, which is a hard ground ball. So it's going to be a put out by the pitcher, ground out to the pitcher, over to first, 2 away. Chris Bryant nails one right at Trevor Bauer. Bauer gets his glove on it and runs over, throws it to first, and 2 away. So Anthony Rizzo, who is 0 for 4, hitless in this World Series so far. He's up 4-4-3 against a righty 4-43 is going to be a routine green ball to second base. So that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for Trevor Bauer. We move to the bottom of the first inning. Jake Arrieta, the big right-hander, comes in with his warm-up pitches, facing off against Santana, Kipnis, Lindor, Napoli, Ramirez, Hall, Coco Crisp in the lineup today, Tyler Nyquin in the lineup today, and then Roberto Perez. All right, here we go. Game number 2. Cleveland comes to bat. Warm-up pitch is complete. Gets signed and the pitch. Here it comes. It is a 162 against a right-hander. 1-6-2. It's going to be a hard ground ball to first. Oops. Ground ball to first. 1 away. Jason Kipnis. We just started. It is 0-0. You can see on our little ball score there. It's we're in the bottom of the first inning. It is 0-0. Iterian Hobbyist. You guys should check out his channel. He does some great stuff. I don't post many comments on his channel, unfortunately, but I do watch a lot of his videos, actually. I don't know why I don't post as much. He does a lot of wargaming and in-depth tutorials and walkthroughs. He's really good at what he does. Enjoyable channel, Iterian Hobbyist. You guys should check out his channel. You can link through my channel if if you're not familiar with him. So check it out. He's a really good guy. He does a really good job. So 084, Jason Kipnis. 084 against a right-hander. 84 is going to be a Park. And a Park is going to get you a hit in Progressive Field. Park will get you a hit. Is it going to be a single or double? We'll find out. That is a 12. So 12 is going to be a single into left center field. So Jason Kipnis on with the single. So first hit of the ball game goes to the Indians. Yes, it's 0-0. So that brings up Francisco Lindor. Actually, let's go back and look at Kipnis. He's got a run of 2, a steal of 11, a jump of 0. He actually has a pretty decent stealing rating. He's got a pretty terrible run, or jump rating, sorry. Cleveland got themselves out of a couple runs in yesterday's game by getting caught stealing. So I think they're just going to play it safe here in the bottom of the first inning. Runner at first, Francisco Lindor up. And away we go. Can the offense for Cleveland keep clicking? 5-31 against, it's going to be a lefty over here. 5-3-1 is going to be wild pitcher pass ball. So let's take a look at the wild pitch pass ball ratings. All right. So with runners on, we have to check the wild pitch rating for Jake Arrieta, and you can see wild pitch rating prone. He is prone to wild pitches, which is not good. So let's roll against poor rating and see what we get. We get a 79. 79 is going to be 64 to 84 is a PB, pass ball. So pass ball, runners advance 1 base. So Jake Arrieta a little wild here. The crowd might be getting to him as they're going crazy. And now we got us a pass ball situation. So let's see here. That's going to be... Nope, that's not. I'm not sure how to do. Let's see here. Pass ball. Oh, here we are. Runners advance on the pass ball. There we go. Pass ball. Runner advances a second. That was simpler than I thought it was going to be. All right, so going on to second base, Jason Kipnis. Francisco Lindor still at the plate. Jake Arrieta, a little wild. Jake Arrieta is prone to wild pitches, and he is fair at holding runners, by the way. So back to Lindor, steps in the box, waits on the pitch. Here it comes. It is 6-7-3 against, he's going to be batting left, 6-7-3. 673 is going to be a soft grounder to short. It's going to keep the runner ground out to short. It's going to keep the runner from advancing, though. because it's hit to the left side. So he's going to stay on second. So those 2 away now. Runner at second. Mike Napoli. Napoli is 1 for 3 with an RBI so far in the series. Mike Napoli, righty-righty matchup. 6-11 against a righty. 6-11 is going to be hit batter. 6-11 against a righty is a hit batter. So hit batter, and he's aboard. So 2 on, 2 out. And that brings up Jose Ramirez. He is 3 for 4 so far. He's got a double, a triple. He's been the hot hitter. Jose Ramirez. The Dice Roll app is called Rock and Roll. Rock and Roll. 519 against the lefty. 519 is going to be another wild pitcher pass ball. And this is coming unwind here. So another pass ball, wild pitch. Again, prone to wild pitches. Let's see what he rolls this time. 61. I think that's about the same thing we did last time. That is prone. 0-3 to 73 is a wild pitch. So that is a wild pitch. Wild pitch. And everyone's advancing a base. So 2 out, back to Jose Ramirez as Jake Arrieta off his groove here in the top of the first inning, or bottom of the first inning. And away we go. 601 against the lefties. Oh my gosh, like a 600 would have been it, but 601 is just a soft grounder to second, and that's going to do it for the inning. Unfortunately, Cleveland once again squanders a golden opportunity in the bottom of the first inning. 1 hit, no runs, no errors to go to the second inning. Trevor Bauer against Ben Zobrist. Ben Zobrist is 0 for 4, hitless so far in the World Series. Has a 478 against the righty. 478. 478 is a high fly to center field, so it's a pop out center field. And 1 away. Kyle Schwarber with a DH. He's hitless, 0 for 4. In fact, I think he struck out every single time he's been up, as a matter of fact. That is it's thinking, there it is, 0-2-0, so 20 against the right-hander. 20 is going to be an error check. Error check. Error checks, here we are. So we need to check out what happens with the error and who's it go to. So red dice tells us who it is. 10 is special in that it's a different chart. And I'll show you guys this. So error chart, obviously 1 through 9 is the positions. If you get a 10, then you get a special chart here. And we rolled a 69 on the wild chart. Oop. All right, so it's a wild play chart. So your weather conditions and your different situations will come into play. So 45 to 74. So turf, infield in poor conditions, no. Turf, no. Grass field in poor conditions, no. Grass field in fair conditions. There we are. So we're at grass field with fair conditions. Roll 2 dice. Look at the ballpark effect chart for field conditions. If the number is 0 to 49, routine grounder takes a bad hop on the infielder, batter safe at first, runners advance 1 base. If the number is 50 to 99, routine grounder is handled easily. So here we go. So 0 to 49 takes a bad bounce, and we're going to have us a first hit by Zobrist. Is it 93? So in this case, it's a routine grounder easily handled by the infielder. In this case, does it say which infielder? Yeah, we'll just say it was second base, I guess. It doesn't really matter. Ground out to second base. Sure, why not? That's fine. Schwarber. So that's 2 away. Javier Baez, second baseman. Now, Javier is 3 for 4 with 3 doubles so far. He is just blowing up for the Cubs. Unfortunately, nobody else is working for the Cubs right now. 355 against a righty, 355, and this time is going to be a strikeout. So Trevor Bauer is first strikeout of the game. And we go to the bottom of the second. Still scoreless. That brings up Lonnie Chesenhall. Lonnie is 1 for 4 with an RBI. And also a strikeout. 473 right-hander. 473 is going to be a high fly to center field. Pop out to center field. 1 away. Coco Crisp, his first action here of the 2016 World Series. Coco Crisp. 489 right-hander. 489. That's going to be a pop-up to second. So pop up to second base. So 2 away. And Tyler Nyquin, his first action of the World Series against Jake Arrieta. He's in because he's a lefty. 571 lefty. 571 is going to be an infield range play. So we're going to check on Chicago's infielding range. And we have 0. Let's see. Tyler Nyquin is against a right-hander. He is an SP, so he's an LSP. LSP, and he rolled a 0.8. 0.8 is down the line at first base. So down the line at first base, that's Anthony Rizzo. He's got a range of G. A range of G down the line. Let's find out what happens here. It's going to be a 96. Down the line, G, 96. 42 to 98 is through for a hit. So Tyler Nyquin gets down the line for a hit. I believe he can actually try. Let's see, down the line. Let me look at the rule here. Down the line. Where's down the line? Come on. Down to the wall, through for a hit. Hard grounder goes through to first base. Runners advance 2 bases. On range plays down the line, batter may attempt to stretch it into second. Add 2 to the batter's base running rating. So his base running rating is a 2. He would be a 4. Do we want to try for get to second on that hit down the line? If he's a 4, yeah. You know what? Let's do it. We're going to do it. So just to show you guys, if you're interested in checking this out. So we have the infield range. We hit it down the line. And he's a G. So 42 to 48 is through for a hit. So through for a hit says hard grounder gets through for a single. Runners advance 2 bases. On range plays down the line, batter may attempt to stretch it into second base. Add to the batter's rating, base running rating. So his base running rating is a 2, so that would bring him up to a 4. So he's a 4. So he's right kind of in the middle-ish. We do have to take into consideration the outfielder throwing arm. The outfielder today is Chris Coughlin. He's at throw +1, which is not great. So actually he's going to go to a 5. So that's even better. So we were going to try this down the line thing again. Where's our dice? Here's our dice. So going down the line, he scrambles around first. He's thinking about taking off to second. He goes. Here comes the run and the throw. 17. He's a 5. 0 to 53. He's in standing. Throw not in time. So Tyler Nyquin taking off. catching the right fielder off guard, so I actually have to undo this play and redo it. So we want to go to undo. Yeah, that's it right there. We want to undo the single, and we want to do the in for a double. There we go. All right, so Tyler Nyquin gets to second. Good hustling there. Gets up in there actually quick enough, standing actually. So that brings up who's up now? It's Roberto Perez, bottom of the order here in the second inning. They've already batted around there in the second inning. And away we go. Perez versus Arrieta. Arrieta's already thrown one wild pitch and one pass ball, 1-1-6 against a right-hander. Against a right-hander, 1-1-6. That's going to be a hard grounder to short. That's going to do it. Hard ground ball, short. Picking it up, scooping, throws to first in time. And once again, the Indians threaten but cannot put anything across. It's been the story of the World Series so far. They kept the Cubs in game number 1 with all their missed opportunities. And now in game number 2, same thing. Trevor Bauer against Wilson Contreras. He pinch hit yesterday. That was his only action. He's 0 for 1. Wilson Contreras, Trevor Bauer, righty-righty matchup. 232 against a right-hander. 232, just missed a double. Instead, he scooped up by the second baseman. Throws to first in time. One away. Jorge Soler, his first action of the World Series here. That is an 856 against a righter. 856. 830 to 906 is a strikeout. So Trevor Bauer with his second strikeout of the World Series here. That brings up the number 9 hitter, Addison Russell. Addison Russell is 0 for 3 so far in the World Series. The Cubs' offense has not come alive at all. Their hitting has been horrible. 424. Right-hander, 424. Just as I say that, Addison Russell hits one into left field. That's going to fall in. It's rolling all the way to the wall. Running back to pick it up, the center fielder, and throws it into second, but not in time as Addison Russell gets a 2-out double to get the Cubs offense started here. And, ooh, what are you doing? That brings up Dexter Fowler, 1 for 5, but his one hit was a big one. So the Cubs now have something going here in the top of the third inning. Runner at second, 2 away. Dexter Fowler. And the windup in the pitch. It's a 584 against, he's going to be batting left, so 584. It's going to be an infield range play. Infield range play. And why did my charts disappear again? Jesus criminy. I didn't close them. Oh, here they are. They're hidden. That's why. Infield range play against the Cleveland Indians here. All right. Infield range play. Here we go. All right. Took me a second to find them. That's a 1, so once again it's going to be the pitcher. So we're going to be checking on Trevor Bauer. He has a range of G. Trevor Bauer. And we rolled a 70. Infield range. Dexter Fowler is against a right-hander. He's an SP, so in this case he's going to be an L, SP, left-handed spray hitter. And he rolled a 70. That is going to be up the middle. Up the middle. So up the middle against the shortstop. So the shortstop in this case happens to be, get on my little cheat sheet here. So Francisco Lindor. So we're going up against his range. Normally a B. Because we're playing a progressive field, it goes down to a C. So up the middle against C. Now we need to roll percentile to see what happens. A is obviously the best, and K is the worst. So he's actually got pretty good range there. And he rolled. Come on, come on, come on. There you go. 72. This is up the middle, 72 against a C. So 17 to 79 is a lunging grab. Let's see what lunging grab says. Infielder makes a leaping grab. Closest runner is doubled off. Only third base may double off runner on third. So leaping grab. Unfortunately, they only needed the one out. But that is a pop out to shortstop. And if that wasn't the third out, they could have picked off Addison Russell at second base there. But that's not going to matter in this case. Great defense by Cleveland, holding everyone scoreless there in the third inning after the big double. Let's check the chat and see everything's going. Looks like it was a good round for Tiger today at the British Open. Great die up, but do you have to set it each time? Doesn't seem to have a save option. Yes, you do have to set it each time, but it takes like literally 10 seconds. I just go to the options menu here, and I can clear all the dice out. Boom, and then I just add dice. 1d10 plus red, 1d10 plus black, 1d10 plus white, and I'm done. Just like that. Boom, boom, boom. Right? So, and then you can add in as many different dice as you want. You know, I could add in 1d20. I could add in a 1d50. I'm assuming there's a 1d50, a 1d100. I don't know. Let's see what it adds. Now, I guess it only goes up to like 20 siders, but I mean, I could add in as many as I wanted. And then I can just clear the dice real quickly. 1d10, 1d10, 1d10. There we go. Back to just normal, just like that. So that's why I like it. All right, so we are on to the bottom of the third inning. We have the top of the lineup here. Let's go back to the top of the lineup here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't want to zoom in. I just want to. All right, Carlos Santana, 1 for 5 so far in the World Series. And away we go. Jake Arrieta, 648 against the lefty. 648. That's going to be a single. Santana's in with a single. He's not very fast. They are going to hold him on. So that is kind of important, and I haven't been actually saying it. So for those of you wondering, unless I say otherwise, they always hold the runner on. Because it comes into play in like range plays and like if you're holding on runner and then it's like down the line, then you have a better chance of getting it. But if it's like, you know, in the hole or something, then you have a worse chance of getting it. So I should mention whether or not they're holding the runner on. He's kind of weak in stealing, but he could do it. I mean, so they're going to hold him on just in case. Plus, advancement on like going from first to third on a single. You get a better result if you're not being held on and stuff like that. So I should mention that to you guys because it's kind of important, right? All right, so just assume they're being held on unless they say otherwise. 382. That's going off the right-hander. 382. 382. 382 is going to be a strikeout for Kipnis here. Strikes out. And that's the first out of the inning. Runner still at first. Francisco Lindor hit a hard ground ball to short his first time up. And away we go. Bottom of 3, still scoreless here in Cleveland. 4-8-3 against the right-hander. 4-8-3 is a high fly to center field, and that's not going to do anything. That's going to be a pop out to center field. Runner stays at first. Brings up Mike Napoli. 1 for 3 with an RBI so far in the World Series. 262 right-hander, 262. That's going to be a walk. 262 is a walk. No, it was not intentional. So runners at first and second now. Cleveland once again, if they could just get a base hit with runners in scoring position. And the man to do it's up, Jose Ramirez. 3 hits out of 5 at bats so far. He's got a double and a triple. .701 against the lefty. .701 is not going to be it. It's a soft grounder to first. Once again, runners in scoring position, and they cannot get the job done. Out at first, and that's going to do it for the 3rd inning. Going on to the 4th inning. That brings up Chris Bryant against Trevor Bauer. He hit to first in the no, back to the pitcher in the 1st inning. Sorry. 862 against the righty. 862 is going to be a strikeout. Strike him out. Trevor Bauer. That brings up Rizzo. Rizzo grounded to second his first time up. Trevor Bauer pitching a pretty good game so far. As I say that, he's probably going to give up a big hit. 6-7-8. Lefty. 6-7-8. Oh, just missed the single. He got a high fly to right field. It's a pop out to right. That's 2 away. Ben Zobrist, 0 for 5, hitless in the World Series so far. Popped up to center field his first time up. 532 against the lefty. 532. 5-3-2 is going to be a wild pitcher pass ball, but with no one on, we use the oops, show you this. For those of you who missed yesterday's game or haven't seen it, so you got the wild pitch and pass ball chart. When there's no one on, we use the foul territory to see if it's caught. So in this case, Cleveland is a small foul territory. So 0 to 69 is just a foul ball. 70 or higher, it's caught in foul territory. So we re-roll here, and if it's 70 or higher, he popped up into foul territory and it was caught. In this case, it's a 29. It's just a foul out, and we get to roll again. So Ben Zobrist pops it up and puts it into the seats. 860 lefty, 860, and that's going to be another strikeout. Bauer throwing some good pitches here. And that's going to do it for the top of the 4th. Brings up Lonnie Chisenhall. So far 1 for 5 in the World Series. Popped up to center field his first time up. 072 righty. 072 is going to be a liner to second base. Line out to second base. 1 away. Coco Crisp. Popped up to second his first time up. 5'11 lefty. 5'11 is a park effect, so that's going to be a hit. We know that. Let's bring our little progressive field up. I'm just going to put that down there. That's fine. Trying to remember it's down here, though. All right, so progressive field, Coco Crisp. So 48 or higher, it's going to be a double. 71, that is going to be a double into left center field for Coco Crisp. So a double for Coco, and he's got some wheels on him there. Tyler Nyquin hit a double his first time up. So once again, Cleveland has a runner in scoring position. Only one out this time. Let's see if they can take advantage of it. Get on the board against Jake Arrieta. 573 lefty. 573 is going to be an infield range. Infield range play. So Tyler Nyquin against a right-hander is an SP, so he's an LSP. And we rolled a 90. That is going to be a in the hole third base. In the hole third base is Chris Bryant. He's got a range of F, normally E, but F because we're at Progressive Field. So F range for Chris Bryant. And this one's in the hole. Let's see if he gets it. This could be a big play of the game here. I'm sorry, it's just a 14. We only need the percentile. So F results, right? Is that what he was? F? Yes, he's at F. And we check in the hole, and we look at 14. So 11 to 49 is a diving stop. Diving stop. Fielder makes a diving stop and fires the ball to get the batter by a step. Batter out at first. Runners advance one base. Down the line. No, this was in the hole. This is in the hole. Sorry. Was this? Yeah, it was in the hole, right? Wasn't it in the hole? I think it was in the hole. F, yeah, diving stop, right. So we're looking at diving stop. Fielder makes a diving stop and fires to get the batter by a step. Batter out at first. Runners advance one base. Note, on down the line, no, it wasn't down the line. It was hitting the hole. Blah, 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 blah. So we don't have to worry about that. Okay, so advancing, though, on the play. This is going to be good play by Chris Bryant there at third base. He's going to ground out to third base, over to first, but advances to third on the play. That's the only play he had was at first. He had to make a run all the way across to get that one, but it's now 2 outs. Brings up the catcher, Roberto Perez. But remember, Jake Arrieta is prone to wild pitches, so wild pitch could score a run here because I don't know if their offense is going to do it. 227 right-hander, righty. 227 is going to be a walk. 227, yep, that's a walk. Ball, 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 ball. So runners at the corners, and where it brings up the top of the lineup, Carlos Santana today, the DH. So runners at the corners. And away we go. Jake Arrieta versus Carlos Santana. 397 right-hander, 390. Oh, he just missed another walk. 397 is going to be a strikeout. And once again, Jake Arrieta gets out of some trouble. That's got to be at least three of the 4 innings. He was in trouble and got out of them. All right, that brings up Kyle Schwarber here. Kyle Schwarber, he grounded to second his first time up. Still hitless in the World Series. We're in the 5th inning, cruising right along. 497 right-hander. These high numbers, high 400s are always bad. You don't get very many hits on those numbers. 497 is going to be a pop-up to second, so it'll pop up to second. One away. Javier Baez struck out his first time in the 2nd inning. 646 against a righty. 646. 646 is going to be a high fly to center. And that's a fly out to center field. There you go. 2 away. Wilson Contreras grounded to second his first time up. 933, right-hander, 933. 933 is going to be a walk. So Trevor Bauer gives up the walk. Brings up Solar. If we look at Contreras, he's got a 2 steal, which is horrible, and a 0 jump, which is not good. So he's not going to go anywhere, but they are going to hold him on just because they don't want him advancing too far on a single. So Trevor Bauer, Jorge Solar, 364, right-hander, 364 is going to be a strikeout. Unbelievable. These pitchers are incredible. Get out of it again. So go to the bottom of the 5. Brings up Jason Kipnis. Struck out and got a single. Made it all the way to third base in the first inning, but could not score. Kipnis against Arrieta. 966 lefty. 966. 96 all the way up to 968. So he just squeezed in a walk. So leadoff walk to Jason Kipnis. He's steal 11, runs 2, doesn't have very good jump, but his hold rating is only fair. Let's just look at the jump chart real quick here. So he has a jump rating of 0, which you can see is pretty poor. The best is 5, but against fair. So he holds on a 21 to 67. He gets a bad jump 68 to 80, and he only gets a good jump on 81 to 99. So about a 20% chance of getting a good jump. Probably not worth it. So Jason Kipnis going to stand first. Let Lindor do his magic, and they are going to hold him on first. Lindor. 379 right-hander, 379, and that's back-to-back walks by Jake Arrieta, 379. That goes to 388. So that is a back-to-back walks by Jake Arrieta, and we have runners at first and second now. And once again, Cleveland. Cleveland on the brink of doing something in the game. Let's see if they can actually pull it out this time. Napoli, Jake Arrieta. Napoli walked and was hit by the pitch. So he's been on twice so far, Mike Napoli. 8-2-0 against a right-hander. 820. 820 is going to be a strikeout. So big strikeout there. That brings up the hot-hitting Jose Ramirez. He's 0 for 2 this game. Still 3 for 6, batting 500 in the World Series is not bad. Jose Ramirez, 314, right-hander, 314. It's going to be a high fly to right field, high fly to right. All right, so we've got to check our chart here on the high fly. Nope, you need a long fly to tag up to go from second to third. So runners have to stay on the high fly ball. So this is going to be a fly out to right field. Runners have to stay. High fly will let the runner at third try to attempt home. You need the long fly ball. Let's just check our number, 314, just to make sure. 314 is a high fly. Yep, it's a high fly. You need the long fly, if there is one. Where's the long fly? There's a high fly. LF. I don't see it on. Oh, maybe it's on the pitcher's card. High fly, high fly, high fly. Nope. All right. Well, whatever. So they have to stay. So 2 away now, just like that. Lonnie Chassenhall. Lonnie Chassenhall gets a 426 against a right-hander, 426, and that's not going to do it again. A routine grounder to second. Unbelievable. And once again, leadoff, two batters walk, and then Jake Arrieta closes the door shut. All right, Jorge Solar here. We're in the 6th inning already. Still scoreless. One hit. Trevor Bauer's given up one hit so far. Pitching a masterful gem for Cleveland here in Game 2 of the World Series. 148 against a right-hander. 148 is going to be a single in the left field. So the Cubs got their leadoff runner. Oh, wait a minute. 148. I was looking at the wrong batter. Hang on a second. 148. 148. Oh, it's a double, actually. 147 to 152 against a right-hander. So I got to undo that. Bloop. Undo. Yes, yes, yes. So we're going to go back to him. And we're going to give himself a double. So leadoff double by the Cubs, and has the Cubs got something rolling? Let's see here. That's only the second hit given up by Trevor Bauer in the game. And that's two doubles by Addison Russell today, 2 for 2. All right, so Trevor Bauer, Cleveland, normal defense. And Trevor Bauer waiting on Dexter Fowler. He finally adjusts his gloves, steps into the batter's box. He's choking up on the bat a bit. And here we go. 279 right-hander, 279 is going to be a walk. 279 against a right-hander is a walk. So Trevor Bauer, just like Jake Arrieta, gets the first two batters aboard here in the top of the 6th. Russell at second, Fowler at first. In walks Chris Bryant. The few Cubs fans that have made the trip here to Cleveland are on their feet cheering on Chris Bryant. Trevor Bauer, Chris Bryant, and away we go. 826 righty, 826. 826, 800 to 829 is a deep fly. And this one is hit well, folks. We got to find out where it's going to land. Excuse me. Chris Bryant has got excellent power against right-handers. Excellent power. This one could be gone. Let's see. Where's our deep fly chart? Hello. Wake up. Deep fly chart. Here we are. So first thing I'm going to do is find out where it was hit. Chris Bryant against a deep fly and a right-handed pitcher is a P. So he's a pull hitter. He's an RP. And this one is going to position 27. No, I'm sorry. We look at the first number. 5. 5. He's a, what did I say? An RP. That's the left center. So left center. And again, we're not using win for the left part or the center, just the right. So left center is a 12. He needs a distance of 12. He's got exceptional power, and he rolled a 27. So let's show you what this is. Exceptional power, 27. 25 to 29 is only a distance of 7. Didn't quite get all of that one. And that's going to be a deep fly to left center field. But on the warning track, making the catch is going to be caught. And on the deep fly, can base runners tag up? That's the good question, isn't it? Nope, not deep enough. So it's a deep fly to center field. Let's see. Fly out. Center field. Didn't quite get enough of that one. He had a good shot of it, too, especially with his exceptional power. What he needed to roll was for 12 was 50 to 54s at 12. So 50 or higher. So he had a 50-50 shot of getting a home run, and he just got under that one. So unfortunately for your Cub fans, didn't quite get enough of that one, and that is an out. But he had a chance at it. So that's it for Bryant. We're bringing up Anthony Rizzo against right-handers. He's got exceptional power too, so if he gets a hold of one, it could be gone. This is a 981 against a lefty, 981, and that's a walk. That is a walk, 983, so it's a 981. So 946 to 983 is a walk. So bases loaded here for the Cubbies. Only one out. So the defense is going to play. Defense is going to play back. Hoping for the double play. All they need is a hard ground ball to get the double play. An HG, hard ground ball. Could be a good result for them. So they have a little meeting on the mound. Let's see how many batters he's faced so far. 9, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21. He can face only 9 more batters, but he's got plenty of he's got plenty left in the juice. I don't think we want to take him out yet. But if Ben Zobrist gets a hold of one, he does only have average power though. Yeah, Brian just missed it. That's true. Al, Red Sox fan on the ball there. Here we go. 487. Again, those high 400 numbers are always bad for the batter. That's going to be against a right-hander. 487. That's going to be a high fly. Center field. And a fly ball. Center field. No advancements. Yes, there is an advancement. Sorry. A high fly. Runner at third. Which happens to be Russell. Let's look at Russell's. How many outs are there? Yeah, there's only one out, so he could. It's not going to matter, right? So I have to make sure of that. Whoa. Come on. Don't get crazy on me. Okay. I don't wish to zoom. Thanks. Just want to normal. Sure why you're being such a jerk. Okay. All right. So Addison Russell, she's only a run 0. Okay. Run 0. So we have to decide if he's coming home, right? So coach's chart, he's a 0. The outfielder throwing arm in this case is going to be, what do we say it was to? 487 was to center field, so center field throw 0, so no adjustment there. There's not 2 outs. It's not being held. Subtract 1 if it's hit to left, add 1 if it's hit to right, and no, that's not making a difference. So it'd just be a flat out 0. He's only got a 0 to 30% chance of being safe. Anything higher, there could be errors, chances, but basically 0 to 19, he can go in standing. He'll be safe 20 to 30 with a base running of 0. Do you send him? I don't think so with only a 30% chance. Still plenty of chances left in the game. Anybody but, let's see here. Let's just make sure. Addison Russell, yeah, he is a run of 0. All right, well. This has been Zobrist, right? Yeah, I think they're just going to hold him. Wasn't deep enough. So that brings up Kyle Schwarber. 0 for 6, but you know, just like in the World Series, is like just when you thought he was going to just strike out and suck wind, then all of a sudden he comes alive and starts banging it all over the place. 206 right-hander, 206. And that's going to be a walk. 206 is going to be a walk, and that's going to get a run in. Walks the run in, and the Cubs take a 1-0 lead, and Schwarber's good eye that time. That brings up Javier Baez now. Javier. Take Bauer out here. Now, I think he'll face Javier Baez. He's done a good job against him. He struck him out. He got a fly ball against him. All right, so top of 6. Another meeting on the mound here. The Cubs ahead 1-0. 747 right-hander, 747. He's going to get out of the inning. A soft grounder down to third. Ground ball down to third. And that's going to do it. They only ended up having 1 hit that inning and 2 walks. I'm sorry, 3 walks. Right? Is that what it was? Yeah, 3 walks and 1 hit. So they still only had 2 hits in the game, actually. But they do lead 1-0 here. Jake Arrieta at 29. So we got, what do we have? 5, 9, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So he's got a few more batters if we want to keep him in. Coco Crisp is due up. Coco Crisp is 1 for 2 with a leadoff double, or I'm sorry, 1-out double in the 4th inning. So Jake Arrieta, Coco Crisp, 6th inning, 8-11 against the lefty, 8-11. That's a strikeout, Jake Arrieta. That brings up Tyler Nyquin, 1 for 2 with a double himself. Another lefty. 735 lefty, 735 is going to be a single. Ground ball into center field, a single. So 1-out single. Nyquin again runs 2, steals 6, jump 0. Not good enough to really push the issue at this point. So they're going to hold him, though. They're going to hold him. Roberto Perez, Jake Arrieta walked in the 4th inning. Ground ball to short in the 2nd. 062 right-hander. 062 is an error check. So we're going to be checking errors. First die, the red dice tells us what player. Oh, it's the pitcher again. This is the 3rd error check, and they've all, or 3rd time we've checked the pitcher actually. So in this case, John Lester. No, do I have the wrong? I have the wrong sheet up, don't I? There's today's sheet. Jake Arrieta. What are we looking at? His error. He's a 5. Jake Arrieta is a 5. So 5 is about in the middle, and we rolled a 0-8 on the 5. Error in the pitcher. 0-14. Pitcher fields the dribbler, but throws it wild. And then there's a number 2 after it, which says, all runners score. Batter is safe at 3rd. If his unadjusted base running is 4 or higher, Roberto Perez is not. Otherwise, he's safe at 2nd. So all runners score on the wild throw by Jake Arrieta. Chris Bryant, that one ends up going all the way into right field. Roberto Perez, he's going to be reached 2nd on an error. And he is actually, Nyquin's coming all the way around to score. And we got us a tie ball game. Error on the pitcher. So an E1 costs the Cubs, and we got us a tie ball game now with that misplay by Jake Arrieta. He throws his glove down in disgust. Not happy with the result there. And that brings up top of the lineup here, Carlos Santana, 1 for 3 on the day. 1 out, runner at second on the big error by Jake Arrieta. That's going to be, let's see, this is third, 1, 2, 3, so that's 27. So we can only face 2 more batters. We got a switch hitter, and then we got a lefty coming up. So probably going to be switching. Do we want Carlos Santana to bat as a lefty or as a righty? I actually want him to face off as a right-hander because he's got less hit results against right-handers. So they're going to make the change right now. Jake Arrieta out. They're afraid that his big blunder there, as Arrieta said, big blunder by the Cubs. They're afraid that Jake Arrieta is going to lose his control and his pitching, so they're going to make the call to the pen right now. And they're going to be bringing in, let's see here, Mike Montgomery, who's a left-hander. So we've got a new pitcher coming in. Mike Montgomery is coming in to face off against Carlos Santana here. Big part of the game here, bottom of the 6th. Tie ball game, 1 out, 1 run in, 1 runner at second. Carlos Santana switches. He's batting from the right side this time. Mike Montgomery, Carlos Santana, 1 out, 1 on. Tie ball game. That's a 949 against a righty. 949. Just missed a deep fly. It goes to 948. 949 starts the strikeout. So what a difference one little number makes instead of a deep fly. And Carlos Santana has average power against lefties, exceptional powers against righties. So I should have looked at that as well. But good call by the Cubs manager. And just missed it there. Strikes him out. That brings up Jason Kipnis now with 2 outs, runner at second. Montgomery versus Kipnis. That is a 940, lefty-lefty 940. 872 to 999. That is a huge range. That's just a hard ground ball to second. That's going to be a ground ball to second, and that's going to do it. Go to the 7th inning, and we got this tie ball game, 1 apiece. Trevor Bauer, let's look at him. He's 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. He's only basing his 25th batter, as the Cubs have only managed 2 hits in the game so far. So I think we're going to leave Trevor Bauer in there to face off against Wilson Contreras. Does have very good power against lefties and righties, so if he gets a hold of one, could be good. 725 righty, 725. Soft grounder to second. Ground ball to second. Jorge Solar. Righty-righty matchup. As a 323 righty, 323 is a strikeout. That's 2-way. Addison Russell 2 for 2 with 2 big doubles so far. Scored the only run for the Cubs. Addison Russell. 199 right-hander, 199. That's going to be a routine grounder to third. That's a 1-2-3 inning, and we're going to the 7th inning stretch. Everybody standing up, and away we go. Take me out to the ball game, and take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never come back, 'cause root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame, 'cause 1, 2, 3 strikes are out at the old ball game. All right. Woohoo. Francisco Lindor, Mike Montgomery. He can face actually 12 batters coming in as a reliever. All right, it's Francisco Lindor, Mike Montgomery. He's going to stay in there as long as he can. The Cubs don't have many options for their pitching today. 588 righty, 588. That's an infield range play. Where's my chart? Here it is. All right, so infield range play. Let's see what happens. Number 9. So this is actually on the right fielder. Right fielder today is going to be for the Cubs, Solar. This is a range. He's got a range of G. And Lindor is against a lefty. No, was this infield? Infield. I'm sorry. This is infield. What the hell am I thinking? I was looking at the wrong chart. That's what's going on. Infield range play. Sorry. Right? 918. Let's make sure I'm not doing something wrong here. 9. Wait a minute. No, 918 was the rule. Right. It's an infield range play. So, Lindor. Where are we? Versus lefties. Infield range is an SP, so he's going to be an RSP. He rolled an 18, so that's a line drive to the first baseman. Line drive to first, so that's going to be Anthony Rizzo. Range of G. Anthony Rizzo, line drive down to first. He's a G, and I'll just let you know it's a leap and grab, 0 to 39, 40 to 99. It's over the glove. That's a 49. That's going to be over the glove. So over the glove says line drive, first base, just over the glove. Runners advance 2 bases. So Lindor over the glove of Chris Bryant at first, in with a single. He's got a jump of 1. Montgomery actually now hold is actually very good, so that makes things much different. That's another reason to take Jake Arrieta out of there. Jump chart 1 against very good. Let's see. 28 to 76 he holds. 77 to 87 is a bad jump. 88 to 99 he attempts it. Nobody out in the 7th inning. You know what? They're going to go against the odds, though. Cleveland's going to push something here. They're going to push it. So Lindor's going to try and get the jump. We'll see what happens, but he's going for the jump. And it's a 59, so that's just simply 28 to 70 holds. So there's nothing. I'm sorry. Very good. I was looking at the wrong chart. 1, very good. 59, yeah, still holds. 28 to 76, right. Okay. So Lindor can't get the jump. Brings up Napoli against Mike Montgomery. Has a 652 righty. 652 falls in that 645, 661. That's a single. And that is an even number, so runners advance 2 bases on the, so it's a single, and advances to third on an even result. If it's an odd result, then we look at a different chart. So runners at the corners, no one out for Cleveland. And I think that's going to do it for Mike Montgomery. 36. I'm just looking to see who they... Really, they only have one pitcher left to bring in, and that is Rolando Chapman. That actually played in the actual game. So if I wanted to, I could bring in Pedro Stroop. He played in yesterday's game. Right. To get through the 7th inning, a little bit in the 8th. Yeah, that's fine. We'll do that. Going against, because the Cubs only pitched 3 pitchers, Jake Arrieta, Mike Montgomery, and Geraldo Chapman in this game, they're kind of limited to how many pitchers they have. And I said I wasn't going to use anybody unless there was an extenuating circumstance that didn't play in the actual game. In this case, I don't want to leave Montgomery in to face off against a bunch of, well, there's actually a switch hitter. Who's coming up? Jose Ramirez is coming up. Ramirez is a switch hitter. Then they do have a lefty. Then they have another switch hitter and then another lefty. You know what? They are going to keep him in there, actually. That's fine. They're going to keep Montgomery in. That's fine. All right. Might as well. Runners at first and third, though. They're a little nervous here, but they have faith. Montgomery against Jose Ramirez. And this could be the opportunity that Cleveland needed. There's 7 hits so far. 154, a left-hander. Lefty, 154 is a higher ground ball hit to short. That is going to be interesting because there's runners at first and third now. As a hard ground ball, first and third, defensive manager's choice. Runner on first, out at second, and batter out at first. A runner scores, or batter out at first, runner on third holds, runner on first to second. So the defensive manager's choice. So they give up the double play, or they take the batter on third holds. The guy from first goes to second, and the runner's out at first. So you'd have first and second and third with 1 out, or you take the double play and the run scores. Wow, that's a tough decision. I think they're going to take fielder's choice. This was hit 154, left-hander. 154 is a hard grounder to, wait, 154 against the lefties, actually hard grounder to second, right. So it's going to be it's going to be a ground ball double play. It'll be a 4-6-3 double play. Runner is going to score. Cleveland takes the lead. They're going to give up the 2 outs for the run because it's important at this point. So Cleveland takes a 2-1 lead. Mike Montgomery against Lonnie Chisenhall. In the bottom of the 7th, 993 lefty, 993 is a hard grounder to second, and that's going to do it. Second. All right. So that is 3, 6, 9, 10, 13, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24, 25, 26, 27. He can face 3 more batters. He's only 2 hits so far, so I think they're going to keep him in there. Dexter Fowler's 0 for 2 with a walk. Here we go, top of 8. Cleveland now ahead 2-1. 435 right-hander, 435, 435. That's going to be a strikeout for Fowler. Chris Bryant just missed a home run last time up. Last time, just missed it. Trevor Bauer remembers that. He pitched him outside this time. 673 righty, 673, and that's going to be a single into center field for Chris Bryant. Chris Bryant coming alive here for the Cubbies all of a sudden. Rizzo, the lefty. And then, hang on a second, no roll, no roll, no roll, no roll, no roll. I'm thinking about making a change here because this will be the last batter he can face anyways. He's a left-hander. Probably need to bring in a lefty. So let's see who Cleveland has. Cleveland has a bunch of pitchers to they could. They have Zach. Get out of there. Zach McAllister, he's a righty. They have Brian Shaw. Oh, there's Brian Shaw. He's a righty. Danny Salazar. He's a righty. Jeff Manship. He's a righty. Dan Arturo. These are all pitchers that happen to. Oh, there's Dan. He's a righty. And Mike Clevenger. These are all pitchers that played in the game. Mike. Oh, there's Mike Clevenger. He is a righty as well. So everybody's a righty, so it doesn't matter. They didn't bring in a single lefty. They might not even have a lefty for all we know, but they are going to be bringing someone in, I think. They're going to bring in, you know what? We'll bring in Zach McAllister here. He is prone to wild pitches, rarely balks. That's nice. Pickoff is 0. Defense is 5E. His hold rating is fair. Let's look at Brian Shaw. Let's take a look at Brian Shaw. Rarely balks. Wild pitch is normal. His hold rating is average. Although Chris Bryant is a 4.70, not great. Yeah, they're going to bring in Brian Shaw to pitch. So they're going to be making a new pitching change. Brian Shaw takes the field here for the Indians. He's going to be facing off against Anthony Rizzo here in the top of the 8th inning. 1 out, 1 on. Away we go. Anthony Rizzo, Brian Shaw. Oh, 48. 48 is going to be an error check, and we saw how important that was earlier. Error check. This is going to be a big one here. Who's it going against? It's a 10, so it's a special. 61. So 61 again is the same one we had before. The infield grass in fair condition, if the number is 0 to 49, routine grounder, takes a bad hop on the infielder. Batter safe at first. Runners advance 1 base. So 0 to 49. Progressive Field coming back to bite him here. Let's see if it comes. That's a 99. So it's a routine grounder. He's handled by the infielder. And the number is a 9, so we can determine it is Is that a 1-star? It is a 1-star. So 9 is third base. So routine grounder. Let's see. Let me read that again just to clarify what happens to the runner that's on first. Runners advance one base. Routine grounder is handled easily by the infielder. I'm going to assume runners advance one base. It does not say that, but that's what I'm going to assume. So it's going to be a, oops, got to go here. It's going to be a ground ball hit to third. Oh, that's not third. Third base. Put out at first, and advancing to second is going to be Bryant on the play. All right, Ben Zubrist up now with 2 outs. Switch hitter, Brian Shaw still pitching. Here in the top of the 8th inning, runner in scoring position now, 769 against the lefty. 769 is going to be a strikeout. 769 is going to be a strikeout. And that's going to do it for the Cubs' 8th inning. Let's see if Cleveland can get another insurance run. So that brings up switch hitter and then a lefty. So the lefty's going to stay in there. Mike Montgomery staying in to face off. Actually, Montgomery can face off against 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he's got 7, 8, 9. Yeah, he can stay in this inning. That's fine. Mike Montgomery against Coco Crisp. Coco is 1 for 3 with a double. 167 lefty, 167. He's going to get another single into right center field. And Coco Crisp, hot hitting replacement today. Mike Montgomery is very good at holds. Nyquin, if we look at the bunt, he is actually a pretty decent bunter. First thing you have to do is get it into field. That's where that is. So the defense has to decide if they're playing in or not, or which players are playing in. I think they're going to play the corners in, so obviously that means Coco Crisp is not being held at first base. They're going to play the corners in, thinking that Nyquin is going to try to bunt. All right, and I think he is going to actually attempt the bunt. So first thing we need to do is we need to roll 80 or less. 73, so he does get it into play. Now there might be some adjustments on this. We're not trying a squeeze attempt. Blah, 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 blah. The result is less than the batter's in play. The bunt is fair. Roll 1 die to determine which fielder. So the 1 die is the 8. So the fielder is going to be 8 was the roll. So that is actually the catcher. So the catcher's arm, in this case, if we look at our, is going to be Wilson Contreras. He has a throw of -2, which is going to give a base running adjustment of -1 for Tyler Nyquin. His base running is a 0, so he's now a -1. All right. So now we got to roll to see the result. He's a fair bunter. Roll 2 dice. 0-2. That's probably not good if you're a Cubs fan, because 0-0 to 0-4 in every single chart is an error question mark. So the error question mark says, where's error question mark, please? Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, okay, so here's the chart. So he's a fair, he rolled a 0, what was that, a 0-2, so it ended up being an error question mark. But I don't see where the error question, oh, here it is down here. So roll 1 die and resolve below. Potential throwing error 0 to 6. 7 to 9, possible fielding error. All right, so let's roll a single die. That would be the red die. That's a 5. So the 5 is 0 to 6 is a potential throwing error. Roll a die. If the number is greater than the fielder's error rating, he charges a slow roller and throws wildly to first. Batter is given a single and takes second on the error. Runners advance 2 bases. If the number is less than or equal to the fielder's error rating. So the fielder in this case is Wilson Contreras. He's got an error of 0. So that is very good, actually. So fortunately, so we roll a single die again. Potential error. Throwing error. If it's less than or equal to, so the single die is a 9. If the number is greater than the fielder's error rating, he charges a slow roller and throws wildly to first. Oh, I read that mistakenly. If the number is greater than, if the number is less than or equal to the fielder's error rating, he fields a slow roller and is forced to make a play. And we got to resolve it on the close play chart. But in this case, not so, well, just to make sure I'm reading this correctly, I'll even zoom in a little bit just to make sure I'm not misreading it. So we had the error question mark up here on the bunt in play charts, right? So we went down here to the error. We rolled a 5, so we got a result of 0 to 6. Potential throwing error, roll a die. And then so you have A or B. If the number is greater than the fielder's error rating, in this case, we're talking about Wilson Contreras because we know it was the catcher that picked up the ball. His error rating is a 0. Just to make sure, let's look at Contreras' card. No, that's Wilson Contreras. As a catcher, he's got a 0 for an error rating. Yep, okay, so I just want to make sure. So he's got, if the number is greater than the fielder's error rating, he charges a slow roller and throws wildly to first. Banner is given a single and takes second on the error. Runners advance 2 bases. So an error on the catcher as he comes out. Good bunt by Tyler Nyquin. And he's giving a single plus second on an error. There we go. And you're going to advance 2 bases, so you're advancing to third on the play. Runner reached second base because of error. Yes. So it was a error on the catcher. So second and third, no one out on the error by Contreras. And now the Cubs trying to do what they did in game number 1, get a couple insurance runs in the 8th inning. Let's see if they can do it. That brings up Roberto Perez. 2 costly errors for the Cubs so far. And you know what? Stop. No roll. I think what they're going to do is they're going to be making the pitching change here. And it's time to bring in Aroldis Chapman here. They can't afford to give up any more runs. So Chapman, even though it's not a save opportunity, he's coming in here in the 8th inning to see if he can get a couple outs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that was 8 on what the hell are you doing? On Montgomery, you can only go 12, so he was about done anyways. All right, Aroldis Chapman coming in to face off against Roberto Perez. Runners at second and third. Defense is playing in. All the defense playing in. Got to try and cut down that runner at third. Or if he comes home from third, is what I meant to say. All right, hang on a second. I got to deal with my other charts. All right, so what do we got here? It's a 1-1-1 against the left-hander. 1-1-1. 1-1-1 is going to be a hard ground ball hit too short. And I think we're going to have the same situation we had last time. Runners is second and third. Uh, 1-1-1. This is going to be hit to short. Hard ground ball. So hard ground ball hit to short. They are playing in, and it was a hard ground ball, right? So they need to roll on the. If they do a hard ground ball, anybody that's playing in because it's hit hard has to roll on this chart to see what they do with the ball first. So let's remember it was a hard ground ball and it went to short. Let's see if we can remember that. So we roll percentile dice, and it happens to be. Come on. 8. There you go. It's going to be a 98. So 51 to 99. Hard grounder. Runner on third base holds. Other runners advance to an empty base. Batter out at first. Wow, that's about the best result you could have gotten. With bases loaded. No, there's no bases loaded. Okay, so hard ground ball, third base holds, all others advance to an empty base, but there's no advancement, just run around at first. Good defense there by the shortstop, so that's going to just be simply a ground out to the shortstop. Addison Russell making some good defenses here, and all the runners are going to hold. Once again, Cleveland biting themselves in the foot. Okay. Chapman getting away with it. So 1 out. Again, defense playing in. Away we go. They're at the edge of the grass. 288 against a lefty. Left-hander 288, and that's going to do it. That's a single into left field. Farnley, a base hit. 288. Single into left field. And that is an 88. That's going to be an even result. So runners on second and third score. Runner on first to second. And may try for third if he's got a rating of 3 or higher. So on first base is no one. So we don't have to worry about that. But runners in second and third score on the single by Carlos Santana. And just like they did in game number 1, get a couple insurance runs in the bottom of the 8th inning. Chapman versus Kipnis. Still only one out here in the 8th inning. The big error on the catcher. 14. It's going to be an error check. Error check. These have not been kind to the Cubs. It's a 7, so position number 7 is left field. Left field is Ben Zubris, error of 9, which is exceptional. 24. Outfield 24. It's going to be a P result. The P is a pop out, runners hold. So pop out to left field. Wasn't it a left field? I think it was left field. I think that's pretty sure what that was. Runners are going to stay put. That's 2 away now for Francisco Lindor. Chapman coming in here. Just trying to shut the door, and unfortunately was not able to do that. 821 against the righty. 821. Look at that. 652 to 944. 652 to 944 is a strikeout. That is that's a pretty big when you're only going from 500 to 999. 652 to 944 is a strikeout. That's how lucky the Cubs. What happened here? Where did our little? There we go. I don't know how that got switched. Sorry about that. I must have clicked on it. So it's now 4-1 Cleveland going to the top of the 9th. Due up Kyle Schwarber. Brian Shaw, I think, is going to get to the showers here. And we're going to bring in Danny Salazar. They don't want to... Danny. There you are. So Danny Salazar's coming in to try and close out the game here against Kyle Schwarber. 4-1 Cleveland as the big error in the bottom of the 8th inning by the catcher. Easy bunt, and that's sometimes you just got to go for it, and that's why, because you get some kind of crazy result. So right-hander 214. 214 is going to be a walk, so back-to-back walks by Schwarber. He's starting to see the pitches a little better. Unfortunately, Schwarber's not going anywhere, but brings up Javier Baez. This might be it for Danny Salazar unless he gets it out here. They'll hold the runner. Normal defense. See what happens. 445 right-hander. 445. That's a routine grounder to third. Routine grounder to third. And the routine grounder, runner at first, out at second. Right. Okay, so routine grounder is going to be a fielder's choice. It's going to be a 5-4. Out at second. Fielder's choice. So 1 away there. Wilson Contreras with the big boneheaded error in the 8th inning. Danny Salazar 1 out, 1 on, top of the 9th. This could be it. Double play gets him out of 368, right-hander 368. And look at that, just missed it. He got a strikeout, 364 to 484. Just a number here or there, and it would have been different. And it could have been different because Chris Bryant, or was it Rizzo? One of those two. I think it was Rizzo, actually. Is it Rizzo or Bryant? One of them. Maybe it was Bryant. Just missed the home run, which would have gave them the lead at one point. And I believe there was a runner on. Yeah, it started off with Russell at second. Then a walk. And then he had a chance of getting a 3-run home run, I believe is what happened. Anyways, strikeout by, what's his face? Contreras brings up Solar. 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning. Can Cleveland take a 2-0 series lead here in the World Series from 2016? Here we go. Fans are on their feet, gathering around. The windup and the throw. 165 right-hander. 165. That's going to be a single. 165. That's going to be a single. And that is going to be a odd result. So runner has the opportunity, if he wants to risk it. Who's on? Is it Baez? It's on. Yes, Baez is on first. He's got a run of 2. I don't think you want to. Runner's just going to advance to second. At this point, they can't take any stupid outs or they're out of this game. So runner's now at first and second. And that'll be it for Salazar. They're going to be bringing in Mike Clevenger here. Clevenger here trying to get the last out of the game here. Runners at first and second. Still some life in these Cubbies. Yeah, don't risk it, says Al, Red Sox fan. Yep. No stupid plays, because it'd be a roll to try and go from first to third. It'd be a roll on the coach's chart, and at this point, you don't want any stupid result, and the game's over. So just take your hit and enjoy. So Clevenger's coming in, face off against. Actually, he's going to be facing off against Anderson Russell, who is. What is he? He's 2 for 3 with 2 doubles, and a double could really mess things up here for Cleveland. And that would probably score 2 runs. Here we go. Clevenger against Russell. 680 though. It's off the pitcher's card. 680 against our right-hander. 680. That's a high fly. It's going back to the wall. Leaping up, making the catch. The left fielder, and this game is over. High fly ball to left field, and this one is in the history books. And that's the end of the game. I do have to make sure I export these. Update this team, thank you. And yes, update this team. There we go. Save the scorebook, there we go. Wow, what a game that turned out to be, as Cleveland wins 4-1 and take a 2-0 series lead against the Cubs. For those of you interested in what actually happened in real life, the Cubbies won this game 5-1 to even the series at 1 game apiece. So Cleveland trying to go for the sweep in the 2016 World Series. Game number 3, though, is going back to Chicago. Wrigley Field will be in the hometown. Can the Cubbies get some hometown loving? We shall see next time. Thanks, everyone, for showing up. Al, Red Sox fan, be sure to check out his wonderful channel, of course. Alan Shaw, thank you, my friend, for showing up. Appreciate it very much. Everyone else that decided to stop out today to watch a little action, Nigerian Hobbyist, make sure to check out his channel. He's got a great wargaming channel. If you are a wargaming aficionado and you want to learn some stuff, definitely check out his channel. It's awesome. He does a great job. Anton Dent, of course, my good friend. What is going on, man? Anyways, guys, 2 games to nothing. Cleveland takes game number 2, 4-1. Switch the score here from game number 1 that happened in real life. Instead of 5-1, it was 4-1 Cleveland. We'll see you guys soon for the next game. Take care, everyone. God bless. We'll see you guys later. Whew, what a game. 2016. For your final score, Cleveland 4, the Cubbies 1. See you guys next time.